Long before matches, lighters, or even flintlocks, our ancestors faced one of the most critical survival challenges imaginable: creating fire from nothing. For Neanderthals, a spark wasn't just convenience. It was warmth in freezing caves, protection from predators, and the ability to cook food to make it digestible. Yet, despite living tens of thousands of years ago, they mastered techniques that are astonishingly practical even today. Their methods weren't based on magic or luck. They were grounded in observation, material science, and patience. Today, we're going to explore the lost secrets of Neanderthal fire, understand how they built flames with minimal tools, and see how modern enthusiasts can apply these ancient techniques in survival situations. Neanderthals understood the importance of choosing the right materials. The first secret of Neanderthal fire was selection. Not all wood burns the same way. They knew that dry, resinous wood like pine or birch ignites easily, while damp or soft wood resists ignition. Fine tinder, dry grasses, bark fibres, moss, or even shredded lichens was essential for capturing the first spark. Larger sticks known as kindling were used to nurture the small flame into a sustainable fire. Modern survivalists can apply this principle by gathering multiple grades of combustible materials. Start with tiny fibrous tinder, move to small sticks no thicker than a pencil, and then to larger logs once the fire is established. Understanding the hierarchy of fuel is the first step in recreating Neanderthal-style fire. Friction and percussion were the tools of ancient fire-making. Neanderthals didn't have flint lighters or matches, but they were ingenious with what they did have. One widely accepted method was percussion striking flint against pyrite to create sparks. Those sparks landed on carefully prepared tinder bundles, igniting a small ember. Another technique, friction-based, involved rubbing sticks together, usually a softer spindle, against a harder fireboard, until heat built enough to produce a glowing coal. This coal would then be transferred to tinder and gently blown into flame. So, to try this today, you'll want to start with a simple bow drill or hand drill setup. A dry spindle and board, combined with steady pressure and, well, a bit of patience, can create an ember. The key here is control and precision. Too much force can snap the wood, and too little, well, no heat accumulates at all. Practicing this technique, it connects you to the same meticulous skill set that Neanderthals relied upon every single day. Even after producing an ember, survival wasn't guaranteed. Neanderthals recognized that small sparks or coals, they're extremely vulnerable to wind, moisture, and honestly, poor handling. They wrapped embers in dry leaves, bark or moss to shield them until they could transfer them to a prepared fire lay. Once ignited, fire had to be gradually fed with kindling before adding larger logs. Rushing the process, well, it often meant starting over, and that was a luxury they couldn't always afford. For modern fire building, this really translates to patience and preparation. Prepare your fire site first, arrange your fuel in an accessible order, and, if you're outdoors, create a windbreak. Use tinder nests or dry moss to nurture those fragile embers until the flame is self-sustaining. These steps, you see, reflect a survival mindset that's been honed over hundreds of generations. Well, Some research suggests Neanderthals may have used natural substances to boost ignition. Resins from conifers, dried animal fat, or even certain fungi were highly flammable and made sparking easier. These materials acted as primitive accelerants, allowing embers to catch more reliably than with dry grass alone. The key wasn't chemistry in the modern sense, it was observation. They just knew which substances consistently helped start and maintain a fire. These days, similar principles can be applied safely. Pine resin, for example, is honestly an excellent natural fire starter. Gathering and preparing small amounts of natural accelerants can save time and energy when building a fire in survival scenarios. Always practice caution, of course, but the concept really does mirror Neanderthal ingenuity. Use what works and observe its effects carefully. Fire was a tool for more than heat. It was survival itself. Neanderthals didn't just build fires to stay warm. Fire was used to cook food, soften tough meat and roots, ward off predators, and extend day into night. It also allowed them to process tools, harden wooden points, or treat hides for clothing. This multifunctional approach to fire shows that survival depended not just on creating a flame, but on integrating it into daily life strategically. For anyone learning primitive skills today, the lesson is that fire is not a single-purpose tool. Its applications are diverse, and understanding those uses can make survival more effective. Planning how to use fire for cooking, warmth and protection mirrors the integrated approach Neanderthals perfected. Modern survivalists can replicate Neanderthal fire starting with practice and patience. The Neanderthal approach emphasizes preparation, observation and respect for natural materials. By collecting dry tinder, arranging kindling, using friction or percussion, and protecting early embers, you can create a reliable flame without modern tools. Practicing these techniques not only improves practical survival skills, but also connects you to the ingenuity and resilience of our earliest ancestors. Even simple steps, gathering the right materials, building a tinder nest, and gradually feeding the fire, reflect methods refined over tens of thousands of years. Neanderthal fire-starting secrets show us that survival isn't just about having modern tools. It's about understanding nature, materials, and technique. Their methods were simple, reliable, and adaptable, making fire a cornerstone of life even in the harshest conditions. By studying and practicing these techniques, we gain insight into human history and practical skills that remain invaluable today. If you enjoyed uncovering these ancient survival strategies, subscribe to Backyard Wisdom for more deep dives into prehistoric ingenuity and timeless outdoor skills. Share this video with fellow history enthusiasts or survivalists, because learning to build fire like our ancestors isn't just fascinating. It's a skill that could one day save a life.